Player 3, not much time left. Player 1. Players 2 and 4. What are you implying exactly? Here's what you meant to pick. Kim Kardashian's brain, and everybody else's brain for that matter, is made up of about 80% water. But that other 20% is just so round and firm, I can't stop thinking about it.
Oh, mama, gonna tell you what I'm gonna do. Tell you so.
Let's try. His acting is alright. So, you know how they called Matthew McConaughey's resurgence as an actor his McConaissance? Well, if Matthew McConaughey is currently experiencing a McConaissance, then what period of his life just ended? The McCona Dark Ages? The McCona Industrial Age? The McCona Middle Ages? Or the McCona Enlightenment Age? Watch your clock! Players 2 and 4. The Renaissance first occurred in Italy in the late 14th century, immediately following the Middle Ages. So the McConaissance would follow the McCona Middle Ages. Which is funny because most Renaissance sculptures also need to put on a damn shirt.
Dance with me, Disco 3.
Here we have, brought to you by the letter U-nibrow.
It's the put the choices into order, then buzz in and see if you are right. Question.
And if you get this one right, I'll rustle up some extra moolah for you. Arrange these Sesame Street characters in order of fewest to most eyebrows. Bert, Ernie, the Count. Ernie, Bert, the Count. Bert, Ernie, the Count. The Count, Bert, Ernie, or Ernie, the Count, Bert. Time's a-wasting. Player 4. Sucks to be you. Players 1 and 2. Ernie has no eyebrows at all, Bert has one long single eyebrow, and the Count has two eyebrows! That earned each of you an extra $1,000. And yet, none of them have ever blinked. Here's a good one. Duck, duck, swan. Say the cast of Duck Dynasty attends a performance of Swan Lake and thinks there are real waterfowl on stage. In their confusion, which character would they most likely shoot? Siegfried, Benno, Von Rothbart, or Odette? Player 4. You know you're supposed to screw someone else, right? 'Cause it usually feels better when someone else is involved. We'll try not to let that ruin the rest of the game. Player 2. Get out of here! Seriously, get out of here. Player 1. Cue the swan song. Here's where the money is. Odette is a princess who has been turned into a swan, so the Duck Dynasty crew would probably fill her full of lead. Especially if they find out she once fooled around with a lady swan in college.
5 fingers.
Next, the man in the backwards yellow hat, and it's a dis or dat. Player 4, your score is hurting. Play this dis or dat and try and help it out. I'm going to read off 7 things, and for each one you tell me if it's an alleged antic by pop star Justin Bieber, or an antic by the classic children's book character Curious George. If it's Justin Bieber, press the square button. If it's Curious George, press the circle button. Now the rest of you should listen carefully. Choose an answer before Player 4, and if Player 4 gets it wrong, I'll split the cash among everyone who got it right. Alright, let's get started. Arrested for What? Forget George. I'm curious how someone could do this badly. I think we can all agree that it's time for that little bastard to get deported. And then it's your turn, Bieber. That about does it for round one. And player one is in the lead. But don't go spending that money just yet. Remember, in round two, every question is worth double. And hint, hint, the wrong answer of the game is still there for the taking. Okay, we're bringing it on. Up next, Dumber and Dumberer 2. So, there's Dumb and Dumber, and then there was Dumb and Dumberer, and then Dumb and Dumber 2. Makes perfect sense. Now, going back a few decades, there was The Odd Couple and The Odd Couple 2. So, if another remake of The Odd Couple used the superlative adjective, it would be called The Blank Couple. Odd, odder, oddest, or odderest. Time's almost up. Player one. Now that's just the dumberest answer I ever heard. Player two. Odd is the adjective, odder is the comparative adjective, and oddest is the superlative adjective. But of course, everyone who made the original Odd Couple movies is dead, which means it's the perfect time for Rob Schneider to swoop in and revitalize the franchise. Player four? No, but speaking of otter, get it? You just won! The greatest hits of the San Francisco Otter Choir. Hailed as one of the top 3 otter choirs in the world, the San Francisco Otter Choir will astound you with their covers of Little Red Corvette and The Wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald. Today's wrong answer of the game gets you another 8,000 on top of your current score. Sweet.
Question 7. Get up and shake your monkey bang.
Open wide for Let It Go, Let It Go, Let It Go. At which temperature would Olaf from the movie Frozen melt and die? 30 degrees Kelvin, 30 degrees Fahrenheit, 30 degrees Celsius, or 30 degrees Rankine? He's a snowman. Player 3, come on! Player 2. Players 1 and 4. You may not know how temperatures work. I so wanted you to pick this one. 30 degrees is below freezing in Fahrenheit and insanely below freezing in Kelvin and Rankine. But it's pretty balmy in Celsius, about the equivalent of 86 degrees Fahrenheit. And I know, blah, 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 he could magically be saved, but I'm talking about what would happen in the real world to a talking snowman.
Follow me down to the sea.
Pucker up for Kangaroo, Peanut, Albert Einstein, or Uranus.
Kangaroo, Peanut, Albert Einstein, or Uranus.
First spotted in 1879. Kangaroo, Peanuts, Albert Einstein, or Uranus? Player 3, the time is now. Player 1. Uh-oh. Players 2 and 4. That answer has a hole in it. Oh, honestly. Albert Einstein was first spotted in 1879, the year he was born. Probably by a midwife or something, over a century after Uranus was discovered and even longer after kangaroos and peanuts. I've heard baby Einstein cried a lot because he left behind some important equations on the uterine wall. Try this on for size. Wine or lose. If the Washington Redskins rebranded themselves with a non-offensive red-skinned mascot, what could they be called? The Washington Chardonnays, the Washington Malbecs, the Washington Pinot Blancs, or the Washington Rieslings? Not much time left. Player 1. Player 4. This is right. Oops, this is white, which is wrong. Smart people choose this. Chardonnays, Pinot Blancs, and Rieslings are all white-skinned grapes, but the Malbec grape is red. Although to a connoisseur like myself, Malbec is very offensive. Oh yes, I do say that was quite a burn. Take a good look at I Wanna Lick and Roll All Night. If Kiss singer Gene Simmons' tongue grew to the average length of an adult giraffe's, how deep into a woman's mouth could he stick it when he kissed her? About 5 inches deep, about... Player 1, who are you gonna screw? If you're gonna threaten to screw someone, you gotta act on it. Let's try to forget that ever happened. Player 4. Hey, way to be wrong! Player 2. An adult giraffe's tongue is on average about 18 to 20 inches long. So that's about how deep into a woman's mouth a giraffe-tongued Gene Simmons could stick it. And if Gene Simmons' neck grew to the length of an adult giraffe's, he may not even need women anymore. Brace your... I'm sorry, was I talking too much? Fine, here's your clue. Your house is made of what? What materials are their houses made from? Good luck. Three's got it! Player 3, your score didn't change at all. I like that. You know why? I need stability in my life, Player 3. And you, why, you're a rock. You're about as bright as one anyway. There's one other reason as well.
You don't know!